Hi, and welcome to a Friday morning card making tutorial. Well, today I'm going to be using the Bunch of Thanks kit. It was just released on August 5th, and it's just beautiful. It's out of the ordinary, because of the shape and just really pretty. And I know my ladies at church are going to love it. Um, but I really wanted to make sure I got this to you as soon as possible because even though it was just released on August 5th, it is included in the August in color sale. So 15% off. Wow. That in color sale is fabulous. Virtually everything, if it has an in color in it, it's on sale. Designer paper, embellishments, besides what you'd expect, cardstock and ink and uh, markers and Stampin' Blends, all that good stuff. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Shelley Godby, and for 24 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand-stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. So let's have a closer look at what comes in the Bunch of Thanks kit. Now, there are enough supplies to make 4 each of the 2 designs. I have laid out just 1 each because we'll make 1 each of these cards. So here are the card bases, but look at these envelopes. Aren't these pretty? It's like, oh, these are so special. Okay, and you get a Stampin' Spot. Oh, let me bring up the QR code for you so you can grab this because, yeah. So instead of 23, it's 1955 in the US through August 31st. And then, of course, it's an all-inclusive kit, so you get um, the adhesive you need, an exclusive stamp set, our die cuts and labels, and a clear mount block, and wonderful, colorful instructions on how to make these. So it's also listed under the video. Um, if you didn't grab that QR code. Okay, so let's get started. Super simple, but just really, really pretty. And of course, it all comes in a handy dandy box that you probably will want to keep because this works for so many different things, gifts and getting everything organized. All right, so we've got our 2 bases, and I'll have to tell on myself. And then our die cuts. So let's pop these out. And a couple of the ladies were there, and a couple of them were missing. So I need to show the ladies this kit because we'll want to order while it's on sale because we do this for youth camp scholarships. So that'll make the money go a little further. And we want to pop that out. When I was taking my photo, I noticed I hadn't popped that out. That's a nice little difference. And then we have our labels. And as usual, Stampin' Up! Gives us an extra of each one. Well, good morning, Miss Patricia. And I like that. Even though it's a photopolymer stamp, it doesn't mean I still can't mess up. So I like having a second chance. So there we go. We have all the elements that we need. And it does come with a Mossy Meadow Stampin' Spot. Instead, just because I'm so much more comfortable, I will use my Mossy Meadow Classic Stampin' Pad. Okay. And I will use several other clear mount blocks, so I don't need to keep taking it on and off of here. Okay, so we are ready to go, and we will follow our instructions. And the instructions are really good, and I can come in a little closer now. So, whoops, for that kit, so you can see what I'm doing better, trying to show it all. And it even shows you what goes with what. So we can even do that. We can take this goes with that, and the oval. There we go. This one's super easy. This is a lot of fun. And we only have these 2 left, so but that kind of helps get you all ready too when you have everything all laid out. And then the baker's twine, and it tells us 14 inches on both. And we've got this handy dandy guide on here, which I just think is so clever. So let's measure that out. We'll start at 0. 9, and then 5 more gives us 14, and there we go. Okay, so let's get stamping. Now, which one is it? I want to make sure I'm this one. All right, now, so this is where I'm going to tell on myself. I was tearing my kit apart looking for the brown part. I thought I got shorted. And because the ladies were working on their own cards and I was putting this together, I said, I got shorted. And I just kept ripping, not ripping, but looking over and over and over. You fold them. That's where you get the paper wrap. I went, oh, okay. But this one, I have my bone folder, and this is an additional thing you want to have for card making. Even though it's an all-inclusive kit, you need a bone folder, and for all the others. So this one is really thanks for your support, goes right in here. So I don't want to fold it until after I have that stamped. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to pick this up, put that in. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, they come in, Miss Patricia's saying these are bigger than she thought. They come in a full-size envelope. So this is a normal envelope size for 4¼ by 5½. So definitely, well, they're mailable, which is good. But yeah, I imagine they do look a little bigger than you would think. Okay, and so I have mounted on a clear block H, because we'll do thanks a bunch, and then for your love and support. And, you don't have to stamp everything right up front. Last night I did the paper pumpkin, the August, and I didn't put anything inside because I want to be able to use them for what I would like. But I wanted to show you this. And so see, isn't it good I didn't fold that yet? And for this one, the thanks a bunch, and it's rounded up here. And I've got this mounted on a clear block C. And all of them will fit on the block that comes with it. It's just quicker for me to just use the blocks. And I have several of each size. So it makes it easy when I'm doing a bunch of stamping. You know what? We've got this out. Why don't we just keep stamping? All right. So on this one, we want So Very Grateful. And here's that block. And I just love ours. I mean, this is nice. I mean, it's fine. But that side is straight, where this is curved and polished and feels oh so good. So Very Grateful. Let's get that on here. Oh, don't you just love the photopolymer? And speaking of that, Stampin' Up! Announced that starting with the help me, November online exclusives, everything will be photopolymer. Red rubber is going away. And so our last one is the thank you, and that goes inside on this flap. And we'll have all of our stamping done. There we go. So I am good with that. I really like the photopolymer stamps. We've had distinctive stamps in the photopolymer. And so if I can have that, I am thrilled, because those distinctive stamps just have so much detail. So we'll fold. I felt so silly, but that's my life. That happens way too much. When I thought finally saw, oh, okay, there's the brown wrapping. And I mean, look how quickly these are going to go together. So we'll do this one. And it shows us where to put the dimensionals. We've got the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Well, it shows them, to put them on here, but you know what I found to be easier? We'll just put them right on here once I decided on my placement. So I'm going to put it where they had it, and they're coming about right there. Okay, because I wasn't hitting it quite right, and I thought, well, it makes more sense to put them on here, but that would be hard to show the placement. Okay, peel these off. And straight up like that. This folds over, so they need to open it to see the thanks a bunch for your love and support. Okay. And then we have, is this the right one? Yep, this is the right one. And the dimensionals, am I mixing my things up? I got to think. That goes, yeah, that goes with this one. I move things. Okay, this makes more sense because these are a lot easier than you'd think because they do line up with what's already there, and that does make life a lot easier. Okay. Okay, I'm up here. And so they're showing us to put, and I think that worked pretty well right in here. Did these a couple weeks ago. I thought I have got to show my people this kit while, because it's so pretty, and while they can get 15% off. And so there we go. Look, that just goes right over top. I love how they do that. It's covering up part of the greeting, but that's okay because they need to open it to see it. And then we take our twine. Yeah, I'm with you, Miss Patricia. And tie this around in a nice little bow. And to be honest, I was fumbling with it, so I think I'll just show you the finished one. But these are so simple and so sweet. And don't you like that it's out of the ordinary? All right, we'll try this. Out of the ordinary with a different shape, but not just a different shape. Beautiful. These are just really, really pretty. And so, the in color sale, I mentioned that in the opening, that goes through August 31st. Virtually everything in there we go. The 25-27 in colors is on sale. And like I said, that includes any products that have an in color in them. This brand new kit is 15% off. And so there we go. How sweet. Oh, Miss Bonnie B. Yeah, it's so different. And let's put it with the envelope. Isn't that just all kinds of special? And stinkin' easy once you know where to find the brown paper. All right. So for this one, we've already done our stamping. And so you get the idea how quickly this will go. So we will fold. And let's get our bone folder. You see, you just get such a better fold. I just really recommend the bone folder. And everything I'm showing you is available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. Oh, you're at work. Okay, I'll be very, very quiet. All right, so there we go. And we are so very grateful. We are down here. So again, with it open, let's look where the placement about right there, nice and even. I just find it easier to put the dimensionals, mini Stampin' Dimensionals that come with this right on here to support it. Because I wasn't guessing right. I looked at what they showed me, but I just wasn't quite getting it. Okay, we can do this a little easier. And that's coming up. Yep, about right where they had it. Okay. I try really hard to do like they did it, so then you can adjust anything you like and fold that over. And now, again, just at the bottom because we just need to make sure it clings onto here. Oh, grabbed a couple of those. And there has always been leftovers, which I appreciate, of the adhesive because it definitely gets put to use. Pop these off. This kit, I tell you, I can't wait to show the other two that haven't seen it yet. So this, there we go. Look, see how it follows it? I'm sitting there trying not to cover up the greeting, but they just could not make that any easier. And what I like about that too is, from the side, because then the color is there, it looks really good. And then you wrap that baker's twine around it. And there you have it with a beautiful envelope. So you see, you could make all 8 of these in no time whatsoever. And and you could use different greetings if you wanted, but these would be so good for different fellowships and all that. I mean, how beautiful. Can't you see this at uh, a Mother's Day tea or something, for favors on the tables? And while they're 15% off, even more reasonable. And it wouldn't take any time at all. If you got a couple of the gals together, if you wanted to make it for a tea, to whip these out, or just to have gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You're going to feel really special when you get that and peel that off and open it up to see the rest of the greeting. And I'm kind of thinking I stamped the wrong one on, but I got thanks a bunch. And then I was supposed to do so very grateful, but they both look like thanks a bunch. Well, pretend it's the right way. Um, Here, so very grateful. That's how that should look. I don't know what I just did, but it's all good. So very grateful. It thanks a bunch. But again, you can't see it. You do need to open it up to see the rest. And this is just so cool. Oh, Wink Estelle, I've been using a lot more Wink Estelle, and that's the beauty of these. These kits are really easy, and that would be a really great idea, especially on the pop-up ones, wouldn't it? The Wink Estelle, that'd be a lot of fun. Well, that'll make it more special. Good idea. So, and you can have a lot of fun making these your own. And the Wink Estelle, if you wanted some embellishments, I could see some different places those could go. So very, very nice. So this was just a quick pop in while this is still on sale, because that is huge. And, with the red rubber stamps, what we now call cling, uh, going away eventually, all of the Stamp and Write markers are on the last chance list. Now the 25-27 in colors, they are 15% off through the end of the month. But so those have been moved to the last chance. So that means they're now all available only while supplies last. So this was fun for a quick Saturday after, or it's Friday. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's okay. Um, for a Friday morning to pop on over and share this with you. And really happy to be able to do that. So let me do this. Let me come back and I can put this up so I can see everybody at one time. And, things were added to the last chance. A lot were added to the last chance. The in color sale, the markers, and, all the July online exclusives. There were a lot there too. So a lot of reasons to get on over to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And, this is a Friday morning, but I am here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. For 2 years, you've been able to count on that. One day, I'll have to miss, um, but so far, you can count on that. And you never know when I'll pop in. I was here yesterday evening with the August paper pumpkin, and then today. And so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you find out when I am going live or I upload a video, because I just love when you all come and hang out with me. And I'm so glad, because you had, I think, less than an hour's notice today. And so I'm so glad for all of you that are able to make it live, and for everyone who gets to watch it afterwards. Oh, Miss Rhonda caught another live. So see, mixing up the times makes it a little bit easier. And so thank you for joining me. And you know what? It is that time. And I say that, and I did remember, you know what I forgot? Please give my video a thumbs up and a share. I did forget that. And I would appreciate it if I sure would appreciate it if you would do that. It doesn't cost you anything, just takes a second, the thumbs up and a share. And of course, always come in and say hello. We just have the sweetest stampers here. So once again, I want to thank you for joining me for a live card making tutorial. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Good morning and God bless.